ready here on Bravo with another game. Team Prismatic versus UNILAD, and I am, of course, Brycey. Joining me for this one, the ever so handsome Ton.
Oh, handsome. I don't usually get compliments off you. Is this going to be the new Bryce? Are you back to being nice, Bryce?
I'm feeling good. I'm calling this Bryce Mark II.
Oh, God. Is it a new and improved Bryce?
It certainly is.
Okay.
And you know what? Let's get into this one and find out how these two teams are coming down. A little bit of a mismatch in a lot of people's minds here. UNILAD should be the better team. Great performances recently. However, can't overlook the fact that this is a very powerful team. Team Prismatic got some French monsters in there, and they are starting off with a clear there of the middle hard points.
Yeah, really good start, and they got the spawns that they need to as well towards the main road. So good start by Prismatic. They've got it locked down here. It's Statue, and for me, you know, everyone's going to look towards Whalers in this team. But you know, he's been the constant guy in the French scene that is always putting up numbers. He can always perform in any team that we've seen him in. So if he can do that here, he can cause some problems for UNILAD. But realistically, we're expecting this UNILAD squad to really put the finger on the button here in this game. I am honestly expecting a 3-0 here. I think UNILAD are looking that strong at the moment, but Prismatic so far have caused some problems.
I'm actually going to disagree with you slightly, and the reason I'm going to do so is knowing these players of Prismatic as long as I have, I know the fact that they're a very tricky team to play. Regardless of when I've seen them over the last few years, what they can do is take maps off top teams. Now, I'm going to agree with you that 100% UNILAD are the better team here.
Yeah.
But Prismatic have an X factor where they can just take a map. Obviously likely to be the S&D, but we'll see how it plays out.
It's absolutely not out of the question. I mean, they get another 4 down there as well. Prismatic, they seem to be breaking quite easily, but it's just if they can hold it here as well. That's what we want to see them do on main road. Whiskin's going to get a kill on the Mars, but I agree to an extent with you that they do have an X factor. If they were to nick him back, I absolutely wouldn't be surprised here, but I think UNILAD, we both agree, definitely the stronger team of this side. Let's see if they can do it here on London Docks. Currently, there's a lead with Prismatic, and they are going to get the final 15 scrap, but the rotation does belong to UNILAD.
Well, Miles is having a good game so far. 8-4, but here is the rotation. All in UNILAD's favour, and if they can get one hold here, push it out, they should be able to just tie the score up without too much trouble. Here we go. Stack now coming from Team Prismatic. They're waiting for it as well. Zed picks up one and now pushes back out. He's on streaks as well. He has a glide bomb in his back pocket, and that was the first push. Has been rejected. Prismatic will have to stack again. And
I like what Prismatic have done. You know, they didn't like throw all their eggs in one basket there, did they? You know, they got like a couple of kills went in UNILAD's favor, and they just backed off. They kept that mid-map pressure. They know that UNILAD are going to spawn out if they make a couple of kills, and they're going to be able to do that, and it's going to be up to Alex to make up the kills here to keep it held down. 3 kills in a row for him. He is just going to momentarily prevent Prismatic from pushing in, but it's going to allow no setup to happen. Tony JS goes down. Alex lighting it up there and showing why he's one of the best SMGs in the world at the moment.
Well, everything about that play was interesting, right? So Prismatic, when they stacked, had a really good opportunity to kind of neutralize the hill. Now, obviously, if the enemy team gets 30 points to begin with and you get 30 teams, it's a neutral hill, which is why you can take your time. But, you know, they managed to do the execute fantastically. Standing in their way, though, one of the up-and-coming players, a lot of people now noticing him here, Alex. He's 10 and 9, and we're actually watching him as he goes into the hardpoints! This is what we're talking about! This is why everybody is loving Alex right now. He is an unbelievable player, and on the world stage when he needs to, he is on great form.
My God, my boy has the snapper. He just runs into barrels and dominates, and that was crazy. He shouldn't be. I mean, he shouldn't be allowed to do that, but they didn't even have a second to react. I wouldn't have killed one of them in that time. Never mind 2. Alex picks up 2, as does Miles, though. The breaking the barrels is looking good for Prismatic, but once again, here is Alex. Make it 2. Not going to find the third time quite, but UNILAD do have the spawn at the back. That works out for them well. You know, just contesting, but they have the lead. It works out quite nicely for you.
Well, UNILAD now have to make a move. They're going to try and push straight through here as they know the rotation is coming in. Stacking in as well. Shawnee takes down 2, and that is a perfect move there from UNILAD. Now, incoming rotation. You will have Prismatic in it to begin with, but Lower Docks is going to go down. That's traded out. And they have to wait. They do not have the numbers here, unless Alex can do something amazing. It's going to be a slow push now for UNILAD. You'll see that minimap in your top left-hand side of your screen as they slowly start to get into position.
I like what he's doing. He's not pushing forward, getting too aggressive. Whiskin's going to take down Whalers there. Here comes the glide bomb. They're spawning in useless. This is a problem now for Prismatic. UNILAD, they couldn't have done that more perfectly. Alex now inside the hardpoint, bar in hand. And it's going to be the gauntlet of fire trying to get through the fire cross yet for Prismatic. 1 kill does come in for Shawnee. Miles does trade that out with Zed there to clean up the pieces, and Tony JS is momentarily the last alive as his team all spawn out towards lights. It's going to be hard for Prismatic to retake this one. 30 seconds left on Crane. UNILAD could be cruising into the second rotation with a pretty good lead.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference between these two teams right now is while the slaying can go either way for these two squads, and they both have the ability to do it,
yeah.
I think UNILAD are the more polished team, right? You've seen all their breaks so far have been almost textbook. They've just been managing to go in, and, you know, they have the kind of the raw talent to just dominate in areas of the map.
They're just such a good team. Like, I really like. You know, we were joking throughout the when the VT was on, where Phil was saying, you know, I expect them to finish 7th. To be honest with you, as Alex gets fully streaked, you know, he shouldn't have gotten that kill, and he doesn't. He nearly did. But you know, as we seen this new UNILAD squad form, everyone was like, all right, okay, yeah, like they might do okay. But I mean, even myself, I wasn't sure. But then I remember speaking to Rated about it, and he was like, nah. I'm telling you right now, UNILAD are frying right now. We've lost a few scrims to them, and we know how good of a team Red Reserve are. For UNILAD to be doing that, it definitely put them on our radar. And from that point, they've been sensational. They have not skipped a beat. There's a couple of games where you would have thought they maybe done a little bit better, but I don't think anybody can complain where UNILAD are in the grand scheme of things right now. They're sitting in and around that top 6, and deservedly so. They've been a fantastic team since their change.
They certainly have. And Team Prismatic have really slowed down here. It does seem like UNILAD have now finished kind of stretching their legs and are just starting to hammer them down on every single hard point. Here we go, another rotation. Prismatic have the spawn and the rotation for P2. But UNILAD have a lot of streaks in their back pocket. Expect to see a stack and incoming streaks. There we go. Straight away comes in, doesn't even manage to get it, but it pushes all of Prismatic out of position and allows them to get in there. Artillery coming through as well. That's going to mess them up. Shorty's actually just on the edge of that one as well. Couldn't have placed it any more perfectly. And Team Prismatic spawn out so far across the map. You've got Whalers there on his own, and Waskins, of course, is now pushing out the lanes.
And I think Sean knows exactly where Whalers is. Actually, Whalers went down on pretty much the last strike that comes in on the artillery. A really, really well-held hill here by UNILAD. 30 seconds left to go on this one as well. If they can pick up the rest of the time here, they're going to be within touching distance as we go towards the docks. But Sean's got some work to do to hold it down. Whalers just about gets the kill onto him. It is going to be Wuskin to try and clean up the pieces. The beamer comes up from Whalers, though. Not going to be able to get the points quite there, but this caused a couple of problems. 15 seconds to go. UNILAD here, though, are going to be looking good when we go on the docks.
Yeah, and again, incoming fighter pilot. So this is going to push all of Prismatic into that hill. And you can actually see they already know. They're already stacked really deep in the hill. UNILAD are going to take this opportunity to close in, get as close as possible, and then hit the streak, just to see if they can get anybody on that respawn. But like now, it's going to take a few seconds. Here we go. UNILAD are going to try and start making this move as they swing in a position, but they still haven't got a full stack.
Here we go. Zed gets 2, and this is going to be a problem now because it's going to be like shooting fish in the barrel. Here comes Wuskin, finds one. Whalers goes down as well. The sweep comes through for UNILAD, and I think you're right. You know, Prismatic do the right thing where they sit inside, but it becomes so condensed that UNILAD just need to get one break and it becomes a problem. Big style. Xerox does get the kill on Alex, though they may postpone the somewhat inevitable here as UNILAD have a solid lead, but keeping it contested. Xerox is going to get a kill on the Wuskin, but they need points. They don't need contention.
That was a massive ego challenge by Waskins as well, by the way. He had no backup, no support, and he's like, I'm just going to pop out and see if I can win this one.
I mean, would you be a 220 to 83 at this point in time? I think I would be.
Don't get me wrong, like, it's fine.
Just flying at kids. Hell, Brad.
But right now, you can see, of course, it is going to be UNILAD in there once again, and Waskins picks up 2 in the hill. 29 seconds to end this one here. The first map win for UNILAD so far in their World Championship run.
Alex towards the back here, and it's looking good for UNILAD now. The second kill comes in from Shawnee. They're 20 seconds away of barrels here, and it's pretty much a clean sweep. Prismatic spawns so far out. UNILAD 10 points away here. Bryce looking good. Map number 1.
Yeah, and this is going to have to, they're going to have to stack but push fast at the same time. They've already got it. They're trying to dominate mid here as well. They're pushing out Zed though, and Shawnee forming an incredible crossfire to shut it down. And that will be UNILAD with the map number 1's win. Team Prismatic, welcome to the 100-point club.
Oh, that was just exemplary from UNILAD. It really was. I mean, there was just so many moments where, I mean, he's got no right to win 2 of those gunfights there and takes down Whalers there. Alex is one of the hottest properties on the market right now. This guy is frying on every single level that we see him.
I think realistically, we knew coming into this, UNILAD were the hot favourites, right? You're talking about a team that's had some fantastic performances. They made their way into playoffs, come 6th to playoffs. Team Prismatic, like you may have heard them, like they've been in Vitality teams before. That's where you will know this team from. But big names in the French scene, not massive on the international scene.
No, I mean, we know way back in the day, I mean, we're talking Black Ops 1 is where the French used to dominate, actually, in Europe, you know, and they used to be one of the better teams, but now, you know, they slip back a little bit. Wales seems to be really the only prevalent one. They do okay at internationals, but right now, that's probably where we see them at. UNILAD dominating this one. They're a really strong team. As I said, this is not where I base my presumptions of Prismatic or UNILAD, to be honest with you. I want to see Prismatic try and fight for that second spot, but UNILAD's so good at this moment in time. I expect them to take the first spot in their group.
Yeah, I would expect so as well. They have been very, very dominant against a lot of teams here. And we were speaking about this before this event coming in here. There are a lot of teams that can win this event. And I brought up UNILAD here because I don't think a lot of people even looked at them in that regard, because UNILAD have this weird position where we all know they're good enough to take on any team. But people still kind of put them as that top 6, top 4 is their kind of their ceiling. But, you know, this is the World Championship. Anything can happen here. We've seen smaller teams than this, or teams ranked lower than this,
I mean, you
dominate on the world stage.
Cast your eye back to like Fabi and teams like that. You know, I would say they've definitely got a better caliber than those teams at this point. And I think it's just because the competition is so strong this year as well. That they look great, but then, I mean, could they win the event?
It's one of the it's the same thing. You think about it, like UNILAD have got a really good kind of history, but you just don't put them in that elite tier quite yet.
Yeah, you don't put your Reds, your Rises, TK of course as well. You know, I think they're just on the cusp of it. They're not far off, but I think if they get one big result against teams like that, then they could be within a shout. I think, you know, they're in the same bracket as like your E-Uniteds for this event. I would say, you know, they've got an outside chance, but everyone's realistically looking at Red, Rise, and TK.
Well, you put them in the same place as Optic, right?
I would put them on both of them the way Optic
You do, but a lot of people still thinking that Optic could win this event. It's
not the question.
It's a really weird thing that people seem to rank UNILAD below Optic, but above Optic. Yeah, UNILAD are above Optic, and that makes sense with the beating them.
Yep.
But they think Optic's more likely to win the event.
I get where you're coming from, to be fair, but
that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, but I think that's mostly when you look at the players on Optic, the caliber of players there. You would say is definitely a bit more elite than the players on UNILAD from a purely paper perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So realistically, I half understand it, but I've got some European bias on my side.
And of course, you know, in their group as well, Team Envy.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good game. It'll be an interesting one to see, but Envious obviously 2-0 up against Mentality, which is good news for Prismatic, because Prismatic need to go up against Envy, and they need to make sure they beat Mentality as well, but going up against Envy is probably going to be their big game here. If they do lose to UNILAD, of course, there's still plenty of maps to be played, but so far UNILAD looking very, very strong in this matchup.
It's great for them to order that in the correct order as well. I think that's how it's going to end.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think that's pretty much right. I think Prismatic against Envy could be interesting if Envy don't show up, but it's Jumps. It's Envy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's typically...
I think statistically, Envy have the most consistent placing out of any team at the World Championships.
Yeah, that makes sense. They always tend to get for top 4, don't they?
Yeah, they're really right out there, so, you know, you got to bear that in mind. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's almost no correlation between them, but...
Absolutely not. Totally different roster.
Interesting stat, though. All right, let's get into this search and destroy. Team Prismatic versus UNILAD. UNILAD currently 1-0 up. It's same read, Dumont. And it is going to be a restart.
This S&D, though, I think, you know, we seen UNILAD look so strong in the hardpoint, but you think they transvert? Is that a word? Either way, do they
know. Let's know.
Translate this?
Is transvert a word?
I don't think it is. Do they translate this into the search and destroy as well, or do you think it's just we expect them to win anyway?
UNILAD. So this is the way I always look at games. Right? UNILAD are the better team. Yeah. Where do their strengths lie? Well, we already know they're really good at a lot of the respawn game modes. Prismatic strength, we know, is more likely lies in the search and destroy than anywhere else. So S&D for me, it's always the one that's a very difficult map because you can have conflicting play styles. These two teams won't have played that much against each other, not as much as UNILAD would have played the top level teams. And I said before, I think if Prismatic take a map, this is the map it's going to be.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think if they are, but whether they do or not is another question, because UNILAD have looked at, I think for me, what impresses me about them, I can't say to myself that I think they've got a weak game mode. I sort of think as if, like, I mean, you might argue against that, but I think their CTF has always looked solid. Their S&D might be their weakest point, but I wouldn't say they're bad at it, so to speak.
That's the great thing about UNILAD is you think they're a really good all-round team.
Yeah.
Their chemistry is really good, and they all kind of play in a very connected way. And that means that they don't have these glaring weaknesses that some of the other teams do. Because other teams are very strong in areas, so you can see the weaknesses. UNILAD don't really have that. They just have a very rounded style all the way through.
Yeah, don't necessarily excel at any good game mode, but they're just very decent at them all. And I think that's what makes them a hard team to beat, doesn't it? Because, I mean, if you're going up against a team who doesn't really have a weakness, it makes it hard to nick a map here and there and then say to ourselves, oh, well, if we can take this map, then we can take that. You know, it's a bit harder when you don't know what you're going to be able to actually take off them because they're so good at everything.
It also means you have to choose your vetoes very carefully against UNILAD. Because, you know, like I said, they don't really have a defined weakness.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you're picking it correctly.
And maybe, just pick your strengths.
Pick your strengths rather than pick their weaknesses, because that makes more sense.
100%. But we're going to get in this game now. Apologies for the delay, but we're going to get into Search and Destroy in St. Marie to Mon. And yeah, I mean, this map, for me, remember at the beginning of the year where we were always going to B, and it's really a bit of a split now, isn't it? We see a lot of teams going towards A now, and it's definitely mixed the map up a little bit after they did change the spawn slightly. And let's see what Prismatic can do here. And that is a pick that really shouldn't happen at the beginning of the round. Shawnee mustn't have been running armor there. Moss takes him down pretty much straight away, and it's an easy walk into the B-bombs.
I think you're right there. I didn't see the double nade go in.
No, I didn't either.
Which makes sense, and it looks like UNILAD actually have nade spots ready for this one as well, but here comes the pinch. Trying to get it in, Wuskin's big fight for him brings this back to a 2 versus 2. Now, Tony JS is going to end it up, and it will be Wuskins in a 1 versus 2. Can Tony JS take him? No. 1v1. Wuskins versus Whalers.
Whalers, try not to shake in your boots here. Oh, he's just about going to get the pick as well. Wuskin just about moving in the wrong direction there. Whalers just cleans him up.
Yeah. Well, I'll give credit to Whalers here, right? Patience from him. He didn't go for the trade, knowing that Wuskins, he was in cover, he had an STG, he probably would have known he was there. I don't think Wuskins knew he was there.
I mean, it wouldn't have made sense for him to be there, really. I mean, they were all stacking towards the back. It would have made sense for him to be in the bomb side, so I understand why Wuskin maybe gets caught off guard there. But well played by Whalers either way. It's that unpredictability that can sometimes win you S&D rounds.
It certainly is. Now, back onto the attack. UNILAD about to make their move, and it does look like another B stack coming in from them. Nades going out straight away. A few tags up, but there is nobody in that bomb site right now for them. On the team of Prismatic, and here we go. Xeroc's gone down. They have the numbers, they have the sight. One kill goes down, Zed's looking for another one, gets that snap, but not able to convert it there as well. And now Prismatic in a horrible position. Bomb down, 2 versus 4. How do they make this one work?
I mean, you need to get the pick at the back, and I mean, you need to take down Wuskin first, and then you need to be lucky enough to pick off Alex without losing a body here, and then you've got a chance, but Wuskin... Okay, well, there you go.
Okay, this is how you make it work.
That's how
Turns out they have an answer. However, this is still a hard break. That chest-high cover there makes it very difficult for them to get in. Shawnee under the gun. He's going to call now for his teammates because he knows both players are there trying to get Tony Jazz. Gets one leg in as well. Oh my goodness. Team Prismatic take the 2 versus 4, but not able to defuse the bomb in time. And that, the clock, will be the problem.
Yeah, I love what they did, but I mean, I was thinking, oh, they're going to defuse the bomb there. I noticed. It was still a really good effort, a solid effort. And if anything, yes, okay, they lose the round, but it prevents some players getting their own streaks. Zed picks up a couple in that round as well, you know. I mean, overall damage limitation for Prismatic there in the end, but really good effort. You know, when you look at that situation, especially a retake of that site against a team like UNILAD, UNILAD probably be kicking themselves even though they win the round.
Well, that's the greatest thing about, you know, when the bomb goes down, the whole map swings inside of the team that's defending the bomb now. Because once it goes down, you have 37 seconds to enact any plan you need to. And you don't have that much time to go all the way around the map, pick the players off, and do everything. And that's what ended up taking Prismatic down. However, 1-1 at the moment. And as you can see, Prismatic, again, have the number disadvantage. UNILAD, though, A is open, only one player overlooking, and it's Alex.
That's maybe all they need. If he can get a pick, great. Oh my God, they snap right on him. 2 players look as soon as he takes his sights away from it, but UNILAD now aware of what's going on, but 3 versus 3, the bomb is going to be down here at it. Tony JS towards the back. It's an important gunfight for him to win here. And the thing is here, it's just the pinch can really come in. Shawnee's going to get tagged up as well. It's whoever wins the first gunfight here is probably going to win the round.
Now, technically, Prismatic are in a better position here, but incoming snap, and Zed's actually managed to come straight to the middle. They didn't have it, and now incoming all the way here. Prismatic have let this one go. They were in a good position, and he's going to try and clutch this one up. Xerox gets one. Defuse going down. He's going to see the second player as well, and he's not going to win that gunfight. Wuskins comes in, protects his teammate, and there we go. UNILAD take that 2-1.
As soon as you have the number advantage.
Yeah. Well, Zed getting through middle, that was it.
Yeah. As soon as you get the one kill, two players push from one direction where one guy's watching, it's one of those bomb sites. If you got the number advantage, fantastic, you're great. But there's 3 different ways that you have to watch. Technically 4 if you count the 2 towards barn. But it's really difficult to do when you got numbers down and UNILAD play that well.
Well, A is a difficult bomb site if you don't have mid-street control, because it's difficult to actually just defend that cut from outside it without leaving your teammates slightly vulnerable, which is what happened.
Oh, okay. Right, I mean, is nobody using armor here? Shawnee picks up 3.
Give him the ace. Everybody else leave him alone. Let Shawnee get the ace.
They should. Right, okay, so the bomb plant's going to come in. They should really bait out for him. Shawnee's going to have to go searching. 450 points here. Another 100 wouldn't do him any problems at all. He's going to get the tag and they're going to know where he is.
Are they going to go now and try and bait out for him?
They may be playing safe, but I mean, it would make sense. It's an easy situation, but if I was Malls, I would just not even bother. Don't even bother. Maybe try and get a pick onto Shawnee, but just try not to feed them. But saying that, Shawnee, no, that makes more sense because he's going to get the points for the bomb.
He's been seen. They've all just snapped round.
But they know he's going to get more points for the bomb blowing up. That's exactly why he's done it. And they haven't chased it. Yep, they're going to chase it. Now Shawnee gets the kill.
They let him as well. They took him out.
6 and 2-3. Shawnee gets the kill. 4 kills in a row for him. Takes the ace and the bomb plant. And really working his way towards some streaks.
Wuskins had him a long time ago as well, and he said he's obviously called out exactly the Shawnee the entire time. I would love to have listened in the comms there as Wuskins kind of directs Shawnee in for the kill.
We've seen it happen in the last game with Team Sweden against Splice, and Bance picked up 3 in the round in the bomb plant, and they just baited it out constantly. The guy was shooting in 3 different directions. It's smart, but it's something that we see players do a lot more this year than I think I ever have really seen it. It's because I suppose the game is such a slower pace than previous years that you actually have time to make these adjustments.
All right, here we go. Smoke coming in, and that's actually stopped UNILAD from pushing in too quickly, but they now have full control of that site for the defense. Prismatic.
Look, getting that side back.
Yeah. They are now backing up. Very, very much having to go all the way around. Again, and this is the setup we saw last time. Alex is going to be on Overwatch. Can they break in again here? The only difference is this time they have an extra player, and Whaler's there going to be watching mid.
Let's see what he can do. The thing is, from this position, yes, it's a great cover area. You can watch so many different areas, but you can't look at anywhere where the UNILAD players actually are right now. They can watch the site from this position, and Whalers can't really do much about it. Yes, he can try and wall bang it, but it's going to be difficult.
Alex isn't going to move this time. Last time, he looked away. He's not looking away this time. The callers come in. You can already see UNILAD members swinging around, hitting that rotation to get into a better position for a retake if they have to.
Yeah,
there we go.
He's staring directly at him. The shot's going to go in from a couple players. Zed tags him up, and Whalers has to get out, but he stays alive, which is the best thing to do. But here comes Shawnee. He's going to try and get a hold of him, and does. But the bomb is down. Zed takes down Malls, though, and now it's going to be difficult. It's going to be Tony Chess and Xerox to try and lock this down. Xerox gets 1, but it gets traded out. Wuskin finds 2, and that's easy enough for UNILAD. 4-1 now.
Yeah, UNILAD just kind of playing this very clinical here.
Oh, they didn't actually plant it. I thought they did.
No, he got killed on the cross, I think. As soon as he tried to cross, he got killed. But again, this is the issue here. As soon as they were kind of blocked off from B, they don't seem to have any sort of A contingency.
Yeah, it seems to be that they really don't want to go there, and then when they do, they really don't have a plan. I think you're right. It's unfortunate. But I think every single time that UNILAD find themselves at a number advantage, they're just making the most of it every single time. They're a very smart team. They just trade out where they need to. UNILAD looking solid here in this series, looking to go 2-0 up. And to be fair, you know, we said that we expect them to win this one, and it wouldn't be a surprise if it was 3-0.
Well, they've gone straight for the A push here. Nade's coming in. They're just trying to push Whalers away, but Whalers has moved up to green. He's coming trying through as well. Oh, does end up getting shut down.
Tony Jess does get the kill on the Zed in the middle low, but here you go. You're lighting up the screen. See you later, Balls. You're back into the respawn. Shawnee now.
1 kill or a plant away from more streaks as well.
Xerox not in a great position to do anything, but he's keeping them off. That's the best thing he can do here. 3v2 though. Shawnee still wanting to make this push. Tony is watching the cross, but Wuskin beams Xerox off. Now it's going to be very difficult for Tony JS to do anything here. I imagine Shawnee may just plant the bomb and they might just let him. Wuskin just keeping him off. Tony JS doesn't really want to push too hard. He did take down Alex though. Bomb goes down. Shawnee now fully streaked out. He is going to take him down. There's an opportunity here for Tony. 1v1 against Wuskin.
Thing is, though, Shawnee getting that bomb down means he has streaks.
It does indeed.
So
Would like the round as well, though. Tony.
Big gunfight, has the advantage. He's going to go back for the re-challenge. Exactly what he should have. Didn't even take a hit.
Yeah, I think he might have taken one bullet, but that was pretty much it.
Did he? I didn't even see it. We'll have a look here. I don't think he got hit.
No, I don't think he did. Tony really needs to be hitting a couple of those shots, but well played by Wiskin either way. I don't really want to call Tony out for that, to be fair. Really good play by Wiskin, just jiggling in and out of cover. 5-1 now. UNILAD looking solid here on the search and destroy.
And 2 streaks to play with, if my math is correct.
And Wiskin is very close as well. This is over. I'd be shocked if Prismatic bring this one back now.
I think Prismatic, realistically, they're also not... Doesn't look like they got Marin on.
They're in trouble then. Because, I mean, the fighter pilot's just going to cause havoc. And we can see what, yeah, sure.
There we go, there we go.
He's sitting all the way back. The artillery might just get whacked down in a second as well. That bomb is going to go down, though, so it's going to have to be streaks to retake. I say that Alex never has lost a gunfight in his life, apparently. Takes down Whalers, 3v4 now.
Well, he's lost 5 of them so far, you can see.
Apparently. He gets taken down eventually, but Shawnee pulls the streaks in. Not going to get anything with his fighter pilot, so a couple of members of Prismatic with Mount on. They have to come in for the break. Zed is there, though, to help his teammate out. Mols goes down. Xerox and Tony JS now have some work to do, and they've also got to run through an artillery. And there's one. Xerox takes down Zed. Tony JS now isn't in a terrible position yet. It's not the worst. But can he reach around that corner?
He doesn't even want to peek it out. It's going to get defused, I think, before he gets there. He's trying to do it. That's actually hitting his teammate. And defused.
Shawnee actually taking down Alex towards the end there, but the defuse does
come
really? in. 6-1 is the score. UNILAD looking so good.
As soon as we got to that last round, we knew all the streaks were going to come in. Now, I do want to give credit to Prismatic for that last round, because what you might not have noticed is they gave their bomb planter was the only run running mountain. That's why the rest of them all backed off and hid and allowed him to go in, which I thought was quite clever. You mean you keep all the utility of things like armored and stuff, and the only person who needs it is actually already going to be in the bomb site, and they won't know he's there.
And they get it down, and what I don't understand is that Tony could have peaked the angle a little bit earlier for me, because he's inside and he doesn't really need it. He's not going to be affected by that. I'd say, well, he might have through the door possibly, but it was always difficult. It was really bad position for him to be in, but really what we want to see is praise to UNILAD. They look just, I mean, they did nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong.
No. Clinical play there from UNILAD. All right, we're going to go for a very quick break. We'll be right back here on Bravo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World Championship. We are here, of course, live on Bravo, and if you are just joining us, the current score is UNILAD 2, Team Prismatic 0. UNILAD are dominating over their competition so far in this series, but we go into map 3. Maybe Prismatic have got some more in the bank. Ton, what do you think?
They've been giving them in the hands, man. That's all I can say. I mean, like, I don't want to bash Prismatic too much. UNILAD are a very good team, and this is not their fight. I don't think. You know, you need to do the. I mean, that's a good start by Wuskin anyway. He is going to pick up the kill with the sniper there. Slight Codcaster bug. Apologise, guys, for that one. There is a slight problem with it at the moment. The kill feed doesn't come up right at the beginning of the game, so we'll try and keep up with things. But we can see here now, UNILAD pushing forward very, very quickly. Wheelers gets beamed off by Alex, and this is an opportunity already. They choose to run it towards cabin. Obviously not clearing out Ruins enough. He is going to snap onto, and now come UNILAD from Ruins. Now can they pick it up? It is actually just going to be Wuskin who's close to it. Not going to be able to do anything, and Prismatic survive.
I'm actually going to give Mal some massive credit there. Like, just massive credit. He snuck through, pulled it, and it actually prevented his own flag from being pulled because it flipped the spawns and they weren't quite ready for it. However, back to 0-0. Let's see how the rest of this CTF kicks out.
Wuskin now having to sit back a little bit here and gonna have to soak up some pressure towards Bunker. He gets away. Shawnee has been taken down though in and around Bunker, so here come the rest of Prismatic. They're putting the pressure on. The fingers on the button, they push through. They do get one. Alex now gonna have to defend here. He's gonna die around the left-hand side as well, but Alex just trying to stay alive.
Now, Wuskin's trying to defend his bunker. It's still going to be Mal's in there as well. And you can see Wuskin's trying to get a right angle. He doesn't want that flag to go away, and he does it perfectly. Shuts it down, leaves it for his teammates. Pressure coming in from Zed as well, but he has been seen in the middle of this one.
So just trying to stay alive, and you know, if you stay alive in that area in and around cabin, it can cause a lot of problems if you're on the other side, because it's just one of them things where if you're staying alive in that area, the other team has to think about it constantly. It's always, it affects spawns, it affects you pushing forward and pulling flags as well. If you can have somebody, if you're on the side that UNILAD are on now, if you can post yourself up in and around cabin, it's a real positive way to try and get some flags on the side of the map.
It is now pressure coming in. Prismatic have to weather the storm. Shawnee trying to go in. Tony JS and Xerox do manage to deflect here, and as you can see, UNILAD have stalled. They are now taking up positions. Zed, and I think that's going to be... Is it Wuskin's with him? It is. Oh, no, it's Alex. They're going to try and make a few kills here.
Trades it out. Really well played. Whalers, yeah, they get a kill here as well, and Tony JS is left to defend, and he does enough, let's be honest. He has managed to push him back, so Alex now winning. But what UNILAD are doing great here. They're on the, what you would call the less preferred side, and they're just not allowing Prismatic to have any opportunities outside of the one we seen in the beginning. Here come the kills, though, and now this is UNILAD's opportunity. Maul spins and turns and bends. There's all three. See you later, boys. Wuskin is the only one left, and he may just get the kill, but Maul shuts it down all on his own.
Wow, it looked like the flag shop was open for UNILAD, but Mal said, not today. You've got to come back.
Okay.
I don't know where I was going with that one. I thought it was going to be great, and then I lost it. It could have been great.
It could have been. I seen you send it up. I was like, give me more, Bryce.
Mal shut me down there. That's what it was.
He did. He shut you down like he shot UNILAD down. He has the opportunity now for Prismatic to pull a flag out. Whalers may only have a kill, but if we can put this flag in, it won't matter. Whalers is going to get taken down. Maul's going to pick it up. Not quite, though. Wuskin comes back through fire cut. UNILAD reset the map.
Right, well, it's going to be UNILAD to put the pressure on here once again. Haven't managed to do it so far. Last time, thanks to a big Mal three-piece. And it does look like 1 minute 30 left to go. This could be one of the last pushes from UNILAD because it does take longer to set this up.
Yeah, you need to get the kills in mid-map. You need to get the second round of kills in towards Ruins. You might even get a third, to be honest with you. It's one of them sides which is quite difficult to pull off a clean flag run, but right now I think they'll be relatively happy. A minute and 15 left on the clock. They're on the, as you said, least preferred side, and they haven't conceded any flags. There's no bleeding there, so Prismatic haven't really been able to get the advantage that they may have wanted to go in the second half, where we will see UNILAD on the preferred side. And for me, I think a 0-0 at the half would work out well for UNILAD, but here we go. This is going to be an opportunity for Mars to pull that one. He's going to. Alex is slipped the net somehow, and maybe a little bit overzealous for me pulling that
That's
there.
gone.
Yeah, because that's gone. He should have known that Moz would have already had that flag as Alex made that push. Needs to try and just stay alive and try and slay out, so his team can push through Ruins, but that's a flag. So there you go. Prismatic do get on the board with 40 seconds to go on this side, and they're looking to get another here. They're in a good position to do so.
And you got to be curious here, because Whalers is actually kind of having a bit of a shocker of a game so far. 3-8. Oh, he was 2-8 just a second ago. That's a lot less than we expect of him.
Yeah, he's having a rough AR game here. But to be fair, I think going up against Wuskin, he's so prevalent on this map as well. I mean, he just gets beamed by Mols, who now has streaks. Now, that's important. If we can get these other two as well, it's going to be great for Prismatic. Yes, okay, they only have a 1 flag lead, but having streaks go on the second side, it just gives you an extra weapon in your arsenal, doesn't it?
I'm going to make a prediction here.
Okay, go on.
Here's what's going to happen. Prismatic, as we go into the second side...
are going to choke.
Well, okay, that probably will happen. They're going to go too defensive.
Yeah.
I have 100% faith that if we get a few minutes into this game, Prismatic will start turning up way more than they should do, and it's going to cause them problems. Because I've seen this so often with French teams, and these players in particular, all through their careers, they get a little bit nervous, they get a little bit worried, and they try to dig in. Now, if they keep the pressure up, really good chance for them to rock UNILAD back. Problem being is, UNILAD are going to be coming hard and fast, and they're on this side, which allows them to do that.
I mean, if I'm honest, if they camp a 1 flag lead, they deserve to get beat.
Hey, we've seen teams do it. We've seen teams do it. You know, it's Call of Duty theory not to do it, but you still see teams do it.
100%. Wheeler's going to absolutely get caught with his pants down there. Xerox is going to find one, but the fire cut belongs to Zed. Maul's now having to use those streaks defensively. They're going to be going already. Yes, it is going to slow them down, but there you go. There's your advantage disappearing already. Zed going to pull that one out. The spawn's working all right. Alex has got a big job to do here. At least one's going to get past. Does get Xerox. But
they know
that Moz has escaped the net. He's getting super aggressive here.
Oh, he's in such a great position.
He's done so well. The streak's available. Is going to get taken down, but the streaks are there potentially. Yeah, if UNILAD can get this in, good news for them, but are they going to be able to? Yeah, Alex is the last guy there to do something. Is the flag being returned? Not quite. Alex does just about pick it up. He's going to be able to get away, but as said, Tony JS pulls that one out. He's out. He's gone. And it's going to be difficult for UNILAD to get that one back because Mols has 2 streaks to his name as well.
Yeah, they don't want a stalemate. It's the worst possible scenario for them.
What is he looking at?
I don't know. Maybe there's a spawn up there we don't know about.
I was just
Cloud spawn, very rare.
Look in that area. I mean, on this map, who knows where you spawn, to be honest with you.
UNILAD are putting a lot of pressure on now.
Oh, Shawnee gets taken down, and yeah, UNILAD are putting a lot of pressure on, and it's not really come to anything, but Whaler's going to take down a teammate. Still somebody there.
Zed!
Goes around the corner, he gets past as well. The return comes in. What on earth is going on, Prismatic?
That was magic. Zed just performed an act of magic here on the Bravo stream. He should not have got that flag. He ran past the play. He didn't even shoot him. Yeah, I'm going to get it. You can just shoot at my heels.
I mean, Whalers took down one of his teammates as well, which is never going to help the situation for Prismatic. But in the end, UNILAD get away with somewhat sloppy play when they put it in at the first point. But in the end, they do get it back.
I'll also point out they were being way too defensive. That was all 4 of them camped around the flag. It's going to happen. They do have streaks, and it does their advantage. But that flag is going out again here for UNILAD as they are trying to run it home. Whalers has got the cross.
Mols is dead as well, so that might just slow down the streaks coming in. Shawnee is not going to be able to get it back before Mols does respawn, so it wouldn't surprise me if they start calling it in a second. Let's go with Mols to see if he's going to call these streaks in, but Tony JS actually maybe will get that away. Not quite. Is he going to put something down here? Probably a waste of time.
Well, he's got some team. Well, he had a teammate in the area.
I think that was the best thing to do. He was going to see if Xerox got a kill, and if he did, he'd probably put it down. But if he put it down there, all UNILAD are up. Nobody in a position to return, so it would have been a waste of time. But either way, UNILAD do take the lead. There's still a chance here for Prismatic. As said, they still got an artillery. You still got to fight a pilot. Wrong time to call it. You need more.
You're a little bit. You're going to have to make another wave of kills.
Yeah. You need more people in and around ruins before you can think about doing that. You see, for me, yes, okay, they get a couple of kills here, but if they've done that when they were all set up in this position, it's Shawnee beats 2 and gets fully streaked out himself.
Shawnee, no!
For me, though, again, I think they need to be in a better position when they call those streaks. It's little things that will not help you against UNILAD here.
Well, now UNILAD have got the streaks of their own, and Prismatic no longer have that card to hold over them. Zed looking for it again, putting that pressure on in towards bunker. You can see they're now making the kills once again. Are they going to peek out here? It's going to be Tony JS on the defensive side. 2 uni players against him. But reinforcements from Prismatic are streaming in considerably faster. Waskins, though, shuts down one of them. Zed's still peeking, looking for this one. Still a player here as well. Waskins takes another. Zed's now going to end up trading that one out as well. And he does it as incoming streak shuts them all down. Shawnee gets him as well. And that means that it's going to be 3-1 unless something happens. But
yeah. There's something miraculous would have to happen for... okay, well, he's just going to run through it anyway.
Yes, he is.
He's going to get out of it as well? All right, then.
We'll call that an optic artillery, shall we?
Yeah, that is pretty much it. The same guys are calling that one in. God damn, I don't know how the hell he's managed. I mean, the fact that he gets it through is not really that much of a surprise. The fact that he gets out of it,
yeah.
it's like
I thought he'd maybe get through and that's it, but no, he just kind of walked out.
And here come the full strings as well. Yep, see you later, boys. There you go. UNILAD are cruising to a victory in map number 3 here. In the end, I mean, it was a tough start for them in Prismatic. A couple of opportunities, but...
Just killed his teammate on purpose. They just killed Alex on purpose.
It wouldn't surprise me.
That's OPM. He angled it in the last second to kill his teammate. Oh.
Doesn't want him to take all the limelight, because that's what Alex has been doing as of recently, to be honest with you. He's really been the guy that has been... I mean, this whole UNILAD squad have been sensational the past, what, 6 to 8 weeks?
Yeah.
But Alex has really been that shining light for them. But I think it's more of the fact that a lot of people are just surprised by it. He didn't come out of nowhere. I mean, me and you've casted over him in a couple of games now, like from previous years, but we never really... He's always been one of these players that seems like pretty decent, but you would never expect him to come on the world stage and make this much of an impact.
I don't know. I've always thought he's a good player.
I thought he was good, but is he top 6, 3-0 and
his issue was maybe just lack of consistency with high-level decision-making.
Yeah.
But that comes with experience, and he's getting the experience and getting better. It's maybe a natural progression for him.
Maybe. And he's really falling into the role nicely. He's looking so good in this UNILAD squad. 3-0 for them against Prismatic. Yeah. I don't want to read too much into it. They just looked so good.
I'm still amazed they'd killed his teammate on purpose. When I saw him angling that glide bomb right at the end, I was like, there's still 47 seconds left, Zed. Anything could happen. Could you imagine if we got relayed at that point? I know he still had streaks, but the World Championship is still not a place to play.
Yeah, knowing Zach, I'm not really that shocked, to be honest with you. He's a cheeky little fella. Anyway, the round and maps come in for UNILAD here. Comfortable victory. Yeah. I'm more than comfortable, to be honest with you. They really did dispatch a Prismatic there.
Well, it turns out, even if you add all of their points together there for Prismatic, still a 100-point club.
Yes. Every round not counting towards much and really being difficult here for Prismatic. But again, I don't think this is their fight. Their biggest game for me is against Envious. If we can possibly do something against them, then yeah, okay, they've got a good chance of going through to Nation.